So what I'd like to share with you next is a new purchase for me, and it's the Sailor Fude pen. So it's got this, let's see if we get there, I think you can see it's got that bent nib. This one's got the 55-degree angle. I'll put the link below, but that's the package that it came in. It says Sailor at the bottom there. I also bought this ink converter, and that's because I wanted to use this platinum carbon ink, black ink, because it's both fade proof, waterproof, etc. So that's the ink that I have put in. So if I take, what I quite like is that the lid screws on, and it's also got this little, let's see if we can get it to focus, there's a little notch just here, which means that it doesn't roll very far. The notch stops it from rolling off the desk. It feels quite nice in the hand, and it's actually quite light, and the cap unscrews, and it does fit on the other end if you want it to. If I unscrew this part, you will see that I've got the ink converter in there. So there is a little bit of ink, but I may have to refill it for what I want to do right now. So there we go, that just screws back on. So I'm going to have a little play and test this out, see if this might be my new latest pen that I use, fountain pen that I use. I'll show you in a moment what I've been using previously. Have I got one out on the desk? No, it'll be in one of my travel kits. So, but for now, let's start by trying to make some marks with this new pen and just seeing what happens. So I'm just going to move this about. Wow. You can see that by changing the angle, I can get quite a lot of different line strengths. Let's do a tree because that's my usual, my go-to. See how quickly we can build this tree up. A little notch there. See if we can get some, oh, we can get some really fine lines coming off of there. Wow. So I'm literally just changing the angle that I'm doing this in. And that has given quite a nice effect. Okay, so let's see what happens when we put some paint over the top, but I'm really rather happy with the effects that I can get. So I will keep using my 10 autumn colours. Is that info? Let me see if I can move over a bit and move them out of the way now. There we go. So I'm going to be using my 10 Daniel Smith autumn colours, and let's see what happens when we use the paint over the top. We need a brush and a cloth. There we go. So let's start by using some transparent red oxide, and if this was line and wash, we don't have to be that careful. That's the whole idea. And I'm going to add a little bit of sepia, just that my watercolours do their thing, which is what I like best. I'm not a precise painter. I like my colours to kind of all blend and do what they do best. I'm just adding a little bit of indigo here, just to darken that up down one side, and we will see what happens there. So let's do our flower. Ooh, should we do a mixture of Nicolazo yellow and Pyrrole orange? Let's start with the, what should we start with? The Pyrrole orange. And we'll just pop some of that in there. And then Nicolazo yellow usually does what I call a whoosh and pushes the other paint away. So let's see. Oh yeah, you could really see that happening there. Let's see what, whoa. Yeah, it very much does that. Add a bit of splatter, make it a bit more interesting. There we go. There's our flower, and yeah, we can see that the paint goes on really well. We haven't got any smudging, so that's our obviously this is all just abstract, but yeah, I think that has worked out quite well. So there we have our Sailor Fude pen. I did have a little play before, so I will share with you, moving some of this out of the way. I may have to dry that first. Let's just pause this. So there we go. You can see that there is no smudging. And you can see I've gone from very fine, thin lines to very thick, strong lines, all with one pen, which saves us having to have a 0.3 and a 0.5 and a 0.8 in fine liners. So all in all, I think this has been a really good purchase. If I turn this back here, you can see where I had a bit of a play before, which all came out really nicely. And there we have a painting that I did using the Sailor Fude pen, just as a practice to see what would happen. And I really love the fact that I get this variation in the strength of line. So I think this is a really good purchase, and I'm really pleased with it. So yes, that I think is going to be my new pen. What I have been using, let's see if we can find it. So bear with me. Here we go, found it. Is this, and I have several of these. These are, it's called a carbon ink pen, platinum carbon ink pen. So you need the proper, it's the same ink as this in the pen. You buy the, I can undo it, you buy these carbon ink, let's see if I can get that to focus, there we go, carbon ink cartridges. But that one, it only gives you one kind of line. If I turn back here, then you can see it's just a fine liner. You can't really get, if I bring that up, you can't really get any variation. It's just all the, and I still do love this. I probably have about 4 or 5 of them, so they are really lovely. But I can see that in the future I'm going to prefer this one. So as usual, I'll make sure that all the links are down below. But yes, happy days. All right then, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Good morning everyone, and today, as you can see out of my window, this is my desk that I work from. Everything will be slightly messy, but I thought that I would just share it with you. I always have my 3 jars with water in at the ready, and that's just my screensaver, or whatever you call it, background. That was one of my paintings that I use. I swap my backgrounds around, but look at how lovely it looks today out there. And I often get birds sitting on those trees. So I'm just going to go around. You can see there's lots of my paintings on the walls, some of them up quite high. So these are just some of the paintings that I have surrounding me. If I go to the right of my computer, you can start to see I've tried to keep it tidy, but it never stays tidy. So this is kind of, my desk is an L shape, as you can see, and I keep all the art stuff on this side. So there we have a lot of art stuff. Then I've got this trolley that's full of art stuff and even stuff on the floor. Underneath the desk is even more storage that I really need to tidy up, but you can see that there's quite a lot there. Moving around, I've got another little picture that I did here, and yeah, these are more going all the way around the room. And then this is even more storage full of art things. I've got my easel that I use, and let's see, we've got some more pictures along the top here that I've done. There we go. And yeah, lots of things everything everywhere. But you can see with the sunshine coming through, it's really rather a lovely day. They're just my qualifications. Here we go. There's another one that I did using tissue paper. And yeah, I rather like this that I have on the wall. You can probably hear my daughter in the background. And then those are just actually all my workbooks. My books for painting are all in the lounge. But there we go. I thought I would just show you that. And here's something that I found from now what's the website that I found them on? And I will put this in the links below. The Field Studies Council. These are laminated, and this one is Land Mammals of Britain, and it kind of, I don't know if I can back out far enough, but yeah, it kind of opens right out, and it gives you lots and lots of pictures of things that animals that you might come across, which is rather lovely to use as reference material, as well as spotting things. I got the British owls and owl pellets one as well, and that one's rather lovely. And then I also got, this one might be in the wrong, the trees. So it helps you to identify the trees. You start off by looking to see if there are any pines, and then it breaks it down to the kind of leaves that it has. And then this one is woodland plants. So these all open out. They're all laminated, and they're absolutely full of information and brilliant pictures. And the last one I got was Butterflies of Britain and Ireland, which I thought was rather lovely to have, and to help me spot things when I'm out and about, but also to help me with you know, drawing things. So those from the, where did I say they were from? The Woodland Studies Council, that's it. Oh, Field Studies Council. Field Studies Council. I will put their website in the descriptions, but I just thought that that would be really lovely to share with you. So yes, just a very quick video so that you can, I'll probably add to this video and do another video and then put them together. But I don't have very expensive equipment. You can see I've just got this arm, and this is what holds my phone basically. So who knows, maybe I might go and see if I can find some more equipment at some point, but not yet. So there we are.